Well, I'm the youngest of three boys, and I was born in Toronto, raised by my mom in government subsidized housing. So it's pretty rough growing up in Jane and Finch. Spent a little bit of time in some foster homes. Never did well in school at all. I was that kind of student that teachers just passed along because they didn't want me in their class again the following year. But in grade 11, I had a huge shift. Actually, it's the shift. It's why I'm sitting here today. And that's when I was introduced to the idea of business and this after-school program called Junior Achievement. And I went from barely passing classes to suddenly making the honor roll. So that's something that, even as I look at this program now, Kids in Biz, this is all coming from that moment because something sparked in me and just changed me completely. I started my first business, which was making wooden kitchen products in the high school wood shop after class. I started another business just after that. I helped my friend and his dad build a fence in their backyard. And I thought, oh, this is easy. I'm going to start a business. And so next thing I know, I had a summer business building fences and decks. I had employees. I had, like big contracts. It was great. And after that, I tried to start a snowboard company. And this is back in the days when boards were still made out of wood. So we were trying to make boards in my friend Lee's basement. That was an interesting but failed attempt at getting into snowboarding. But I love snowboarding. And so my first big idea came in snowboarding. And I created a locking device for snowboards. And that spawned my company, Bacoda. And that went on to be a global company. By the time I was 25, we had almost 30 employees in a full-on factory in Hamilton. And then in '99, I sold the company to an Italian company. So successful, creating a company, being able to sell it. I moved on to another venture for a couple of years. That wasn't really driving me from here. So I sold my shares in that company, and that made room to start Calvin 23 and get that business going. So being an entrepreneur, it's at my core. I was sparked into it when I was young, and that's where my passion is coming from right now. Kids in Biz, I really am looking for this to be a fun experience, but to be a spark. There's some kids that this is going to be a spark, and they're just going to go, oh my God. And so that's really what is pulling me to want to move in this direction. It's not just about the products anymore, but it's about how entrepreneurs can create change on the planet. And I want to be one of those entrepreneurs.